What's up guys, Matt
and Tom
from the Football Boots team, and today we are here with you to talk about 10 footballing stars with sons who could be following in their father's footsteps. So we'll be looking at what they're wearing on their feet now and also what they could be wearing in the future if they do make it as headline players. So we've got players like Ronaldo Jr, Mini Messi and Shaquille Van Persie, but let's get right into the video. So the first player that we're going to be looking at has to be Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. His dad obviously just won the Champions League and lifted the trophy as man of the match as well. Now, talking about the Champions League final, after the game was played, Ronaldo Jr. took to the pitch with two other kids and he completely skilled him up with the Zidane roulette. Zidane was probably watching and hoping he was going to sign him in the future, but what a player this kid could be. Now, Ronaldo Jr. doesn't actually wear any boots at the moment. He's probably a little bit too small, but what could he be wearing in the future?
Surely he has to have Nike on his feet.
Yeah.
Will it not be the Superfly? Who knows? When he's older, will there even be a collar? Will it be shortened? Will it be cut? Will there be a collar? Who knows? We don't know what Nike boots are going to be like then, but surely they have to be Nike.
So player number 2, and we've just had Cristiano Ronaldo Jr, but now it's time for Christian Totti. Obviously Francesco Totti's son, he has just retired, so Christian Totti is now playing for the Roma Academy team to follow in his father's footsteps. Now Christian Totti actually got the golden boot for the academy team at Roma, so just like his dad, he's a goal scorer. What could he be wearing on his feet?
Well, surely it's got to be a tempo, don't it? His dad has just got this gold tempo and they are unreal. If I had a son, I'd be getting him a pair of those as well. Like father, like son, surely. So he's also seen kicking a ball around with his dad and Thiago Maradona, and his technique looked pretty class, and I guess it's got to be if you're kicking a ball around with those two legends.
Now our next player is actually the son of England captain Wayne Rooney, Kai Rooney. Now he's 7 years old and plays for the Man United Academy teams, and trust me, I've seen his technique. It looks so good, just like his dad. Ball striking level 100. One thing I love so much about Kai Rooney is that he matches his dad's football boots. We've seen it so many times in the Hypervenoms this season just gone. He wears the exact same colourway as well, so every time Nike send Wayne Rooney a pair of Nike Finish or Hyper or Phantom 3s, Kai Rooney gets exactly the same pair in the kid sizes, which I absolutely love. But there is a funny story about Kai Rooney as well.
So him and his dad were sitting in the stands, obviously watching the game, and Depay tried that overhead bicycle kick, completely missed the ball, and they were seen having a little giggle. No doubt Rooney was just telling him, yeah, I did that one better.
Next up, we've got Lucas Lita. Now, you guys might know him better as Kaká's son. He's 9 years old, and his dad, obviously, former World Player of the Year. His son, Luca, he actually wears the Adidas A17 Prime Knit. Now, he actually was seen playing the game quite recently, and what happened in the game?
So, there was an exhibition match of kids versus pros. There was about 5 pros and 30, 40 kids that were running everywhere. But he actually scored a penalty in that game. Good calm finish, we'll try and show you it up there, so watch that one.
So when we're talking about legends of the game, it doesn't get much bigger than Andrea Pirlo. Probably the classiest football player of all time. Loves a glass of wine, loves some cheese, but he is such a lovely footballer. And his son, Nicolo Pirlo, is 14 years old, and there are some clips of him playing, and he strikes the ball, touches the ball, passes the ball, exactly like his dad. So as you can imagine, he's on his way to footballing stardom. But what does he wear on his feet?
So on his feet, it's got to be the Tempo, obvious choice. He also dabbles in a bit of futsal. So in futsal, he's wearing the Tempo X Proximo, obviously the indoor version. And as we all know, lots of pros actually start in futsal. Ronaldinho is one for sure. So maybe he'll come out with a bit more flair than his dad.
So our next young player is an absolute Instagram sensation already, and that is Shaquille Van Persie. He's 10 years old. What a footballer this guy is. He's got a left foot just like his dad, could open a tin of beans with it, but he also just played in the under-10s tournament for Feyenoord, which was the Robin Van Persie tournament, and apparently he was next level. So good. But what did he actually do on Instagram which looked incredible?
So on Instagram, he was wearing the ace on his feet, and he's got this really nice clip of him scoring an unreal scorpion kick. What a goal. Pros dream of scoring goals like that, and he's already done it at such a young age.
Now our next one is a bit of an older young footballer, and that is David Beckham's eldest son, Brooklyn Beckham, 18 years old, and there's such a nice story about these two players. A few seasons ago, they were playing in a really high profile charity match. David Beckham was on the pitch spraying those diags he's so renowned for, but he got substituted for his son Brooklyn Beckham. What a nice story, what a great substitution. David Beckham was wearing the Aces, but his son, what a unique boot choice. He wore the first ever Adidas Prime. It's very unique. very rare and very expensive. But Brooklyn Beckham actually had a really good prospect as a footballer before taking a massive interest in photography. Now, where did he actually play?
So he started in the Arsenal youth ranks, and obviously it didn't quite progress how he wanted to, but his passion for photography has taken over now. However, he was seen skilling players such as Zlatan at the PSG training, and that will be one of his footballing highlights.
So next up, we've got a genuine son of a living legend, and that is Zlatan Ibrahimovic's son, Max Ibrahimovic. Now, he's 10 years old, and like his dad, he's been seen wearing the Vapors by Nike, but maybe like his dad as well, he might switch between the brands. Zlatan does pretty much whatever he wants, so his son Max might be exactly the same. Obviously, Zlatan was at Man United last season, and his son was actually playing in the Man United Academy, so Max might be a future player. Now, tell us a real funny story about Max.
So there's a very, very funny story about this one. He was having a kick around playing a game with his dad, and on the back of his shirt he had nothing but Legend 10. Like, I think that's classic. As a son, you kind of look up to your father, you're like, yeah, he's the man. But if you didn't know it was his son, you'd be like, who's this kid rocking a legend on his back?
Next up, we've got Justin Kluivert, son of the great Patrick Kluivert. Now, Justin is 18 years old, playing for the Ajax team, and he looks phenomenal. Seriously, this guy is going to be a world beater. You heard it here first. He wears the Nike Mercurial Vapor 11s on his feet. He's an attacking player, so those boots suit him perfectly. But there was actually a massive moment which happened at the end of last season.
Yeah, so obviously Ajax played Man United in the Europa League final, and he played. And at the end of the game, Mourinho actually pulled him aside and said, "You are number one." So if that's not a big accolade, I don't know what is.
So we can't wrap up this video without including arguably son of the greatest footballer of all time, Lionel Messi's son, Thiago Messi. Now, he's only 4 years old, so his feet are tiny, too small for football boots really, but he has been seen in the past wearing Adidas Messi branded trainers. But he actually likes playing football. Who with?
So his best mates when he's playing on the football pitch, would you believe it, are Piqué's son and Suarez's son. It just makes sense. Messi said that his son doesn't really love the game yet, he's not in love with it, but he goes to see his friends and play the game, which is a great way to do it. Obviously, what should he be wearing on his feet? He cannot go past a nemesis, yeah? It's just come out, he's got to wear that boot.
So guys, there it is, 10 footballing stars with sons who could be following in their footsteps. But vote in a poll card now for the young player that you think could reach the same heights as their fathers. And in the comment section below, let us know of any more sons or pro footballers that you think could be on their way towards stardom. But that pretty much wraps up today's video, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching as always.
We'll see you next time.